Langdon stammered, "I thought."
Easy, Mr. Langdon. You're in a hospital." The fog began to lift. Langdon felt a wave of relief. He hated hospitals, but they certainly beat aliens harvesting his testicles. "My name is Dr. Jacobus," the man said. He explained what had just happened. "You are very lucky to be alive." Langdon did not feel lucky. He could barely make sense of his own memories. The helicopter. The camera leg no. His body ached everywhere. They gave him some water, and he rinsed out his mouth. They placed a new gauze on his palm. "Where are my clothes?" Langdon asked. He was wearing a paper robe. One of the nurses motioned to a dripping wad of shredded khaki and tweed on the counter. "They were soaked. We had to cut them off you." Langdon looked at his shredded Harris tweed and frowned. "You had some Kleenex in your pocket," the nurse said. It was then that Langdon saw the ravaged shreds of parchment clinging all over the lining of his jacket. The folio from Galileo's diagramma. The last copy on Earth had just dissolved. He was too numb to know how to react. He just stared. "We saved your personal items." She held up a plastic bin. "Wallet, camcorder, and pen." "I dried the camcorder off the best I could." "I don't own a camcorder." The nurse frowned and held out the bin. Langdon looked at the contents. Along with his wallet and pen was a tiny Sony Ruvi camcorder. He recalled it now. Kohler had handed it to him and asked him to give it to the media. "We found it in your pocket. I think you'll need a new one, though." The nurse flipped open the 2-inch screen on the back. "Your viewer is cracked." Then she brightened. "The sound still works, though. Barely." She held the device up to her ear. "Keeps playing something over and over." She listened a moment and then scowled, handing it to Langdon. "Two guys arguing, I think." Puzzled, Langdon took the camcorder and held it to his ear. The voices were pinched and metallic, but they were discernible. One close. One far away. Langdon recognized them both. Sitting there in his paper gown, Langdon listened in amazement to the conversation. Although he couldn't see what was happening, when he heard the shocking finale, He was thankful he had been spared the visual. My God! As the conversation began playing again from the beginning, Langdon lowered the camcorder from his ear and sat in appalled mystification. The antimatter. The helicopter. Langdon's mind now kicked into gear. But that means... He wanted to vomit again. With a rising fury of disorientation and rage, Langdon got off the table and stood on shaky legs. Mr. Langdon, the doctor said, trying to stop him. I need some clothes, Langdon demanded, feeling the draft on his rear from the backless gown. But, you need to rest. I'm checking out. Now. I need some clothes. But, sir, you. Now. Everyone exchanged bewildered looks. We have no clothes, the doctor said. Perhaps tomorrow a friend could bring you some. Langdon drew a slow, patient breath and locked eyes with the doctor. Dr. Jacobus, I am walking out your door right now. I need clothes.